7 years ago, we spent every penny we had and then borrowed a lot more to buy a crumbling chateau in the French countryside. At the time, people thought we were crazy. Then, 3 years ago, we bought a 20-year-old sailboat in Sweden. People thought we were crazy again. They weren't wrong, but crazy and stupid are very different things. We've learned that the things that look the most reckless from the outside are usually the ones that teach you the most. This boat, right now, this is chapter 2 of a story that started with a derelict chateau and a family that doesn't know how to say no to a challenge. This week, we're getting our boat ready for our summer family sailing adventure. But what we really want to tell you is why this boat exists in our lives at all. So I haven't been to the boat in over a year, but Philip has been here. And look at the mess. Philip.
Well, I was working here now, to be fair, so...
You were.
And this will disappear. Tonight it should be much, much better, because you're here to helping me.
Yes, this is the plan for today. We've got to take out these sails. We're going to hoist the sails back up, and then there's going to be a massive cleanup in here.
I know that a lot of people watch our channel because it's sort of escapism for them. They see us living this life in the countryside, seeing us renovating day and night, and for them it's something very different. But we do it now for
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
And that means that for us it becomes normal. So to some extent we were also looking for some sort of escapism from our escapism from city life. So an escapism from escapism. And because we both love traveling, and because part of my former life when I was a filmmaker and I did a lot of documentaries was traveling all the time, well, we looked for a way of traveling on a more regular basis.
Before we bought the chateau, you started watching some sailing YouTube channels.
Yes. We totally are addicted to sailing channels. Which one are our favorite ones?
Like SV Delos and
Sail Life. Sail Life was the first YouTube channel I probably watched.
Then we have Sailing Magic Carpet, which is beautiful cinematography. Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
So it all began with us watching these YouTube channels and thinking that maybe it would be fun to do some sailing ourselves, even though neither of us had ever done any sailing in our lives until...
Well, I came up with the idea we could spend a week somewhere in France on a boat, and we did it, and it was a fantastic week in South Brittany.
We had no idea what to expect. I mean, Ella was 3, Lily was 6, and we were going to be living on a small boat with another couple who we didn't know. But we got very lucky, and we met Jerome and Esther, who were the nicest couple, and we just fell in love with it, didn't we?
And then we said, that's it, we need to do that. I want to have that every summer now. And
we decided to invest in learning how to sail, and it was incredibly rewarding because you don't think that you're going to learn a skill like that at, in your 40s. So it was really, really fun to push ourselves and learn something completely new. High five!
High five, sails are up.
Sails are up.
I mean, they're down again because we don't need them now, but both sails are up. How would you describe it? Was it pro level, amateur level, intermediate?
I would say intermediate. There was a few issues, but I would say that...
We found out.
Yeah, we figured it out together. You did a lot of the man work. I was doing the winch at some point.
When you're sailing, it's not like hopping in a plane and then you are somewhere and that's it. It's really the journey, and it sounds like a banality, but the journey is the reason to do it. Everything matters when you're sailing. The weather matters, the tides matter, the geography is important. So you need to understand, you learn so much to go from point A to point B, and so when you arrive, you've went through all these issues and problems and enjoyments, and at the end you feel so proud, and it makes traveling something completely different, something you deserve rather than something you just purchase. Today is the big day where I do for the first time an oil change, and I need to change the raw water pump seal.
Woo! Woo! This could be a highlight for our channel.
This is gonna be, I feel viral video here. It shouts
too.
like viral video.
Philip, do you know what you're doing?
Have
you ever done this before?
I've never done this before, but I watched so many YouTube videos, I consider myself an expert now. There shouldn't be any water coming out, but yeah, yeah.
What's that? Are you licking that?
Yeah, it's salt water, so it means there's definitely a spill of salt water. So I hope that by doing what I'm doing, we're gonna solve this.
Whee! Oh my God, that's a lot of water. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay.
Here. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a lot. Oh my God, Philip.
It's all right, no panic.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Panic.
Panic. Ready?
Okay, let's close the. Do you mind in the sink? Quickly.
Yeah.
No, it should stop eventually. It's just what's in the engine there. As it comes. Oh no, it's coming in. Okay. It's not gonna stop. Just realized.
It's not going to stop.
No, why is it not gonna? Oh, because it's open and then there is a siphon. I need to find the. I can either open the lid here. But
Here, let me help you.
careful without breaking it. You
Yeah.
need to first the thing and then the other one. And is there if you look down, is there a robinet coming from the sail drive?
What's the sail drive?
The sail drive is in front of the engine.
I think we need to switch because I can't see and I don't know what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Have you got it?
Okay. No, it's still water. It must be still some water there.
There's still some water coming.
So, but now it should stop.
Oh yeah.
Now it stopped.
Okay. Whew.
Okay, why didn't you do that to start with, Anna? I thought when the engine is not running, the water doesn't come in, but very obviously that's not the case. There's also a parallel. Buying a boat at the Chateau, it means you research for months and months and months. Either you get for a renovated one and you pay a lot of money and you get a small one for what you have, or you get a bigger one and you buy something old that needs repairing. And there was a similar thing like here at the Chateau. We decided to go for something that, wasn't finished.
Yeah, and needed a lot of work. Somehow Philip has a way of persuading me and I came round to the idea. And the next thing I know, we are in Sweden, visiting a boat and buying it.
It's the serendipity of making crazy decisions. You do things you would never have done. You meet people you would never have met.
I've learned over the years from being with Philip that I have to trust in his ideas. I think to myself, if I hadn't listened to Philip about buying the Chateau, if I hadn't listened to Philip about buying a dog, that's our Ziggy. I'm somebody who tends to have that personality of I prefer to stay in the safety net, but you have always pushed me to do those things and push myself, and I'm always so grateful that you have done that because I think we've had the most incredible experiences thanks to that.
Would you have believed me if 7 years ago I would tell you we will end up fixing a diesel engine in 7 years' time in Chateau?
On our own boat, right? No, that's the beauty of these things is it's like a catalyst for I don't know, things that you could never have expected and a much more interesting life, that's for sure. High five! Another job done! You've been running the engine for half an hour, and now it's time for the engine,
I'm measuring
oil change.
The oil level first. Now the oil level is perfect, it's in the middle, you see?
Yeah.
I think it's time to change the oil. And now...
Oh, I love this contraption.
Oh, look.
What? Ooh,
coming.
It's coming. This looks like a good workout for your arms.
It is. Can you film my biceps?
Yeah.
Please? I just need to press really hard.
Is it working?
I don't know.
Should we see something? Can you see
I
anything?
mean, there's a little bit coming. Huh?
All of a sudden.
Is it coming or not?
Yeah, that sounds like it's coming.
It does. I wonder if it's just air. And there's definitely some oil coming out. But
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be coming very fast.
a lot of people ask us, why didn't you charter a boat? And there's all the cliches about boats owners that they're happy when they buy it and the second time they're happy is when they sell it.
Yes.
Which is not true. I mean, you probably are happy when you sell it, but mostly because you buy a bigger boat or another boat. From a financial point of view, it doesn't make sense to own a boat, but...
We're not doing it from a financial
No, we
point
don't.
of view.
And if we would follow this logic, we would never have bought a Chateau either, because the Chateau also doesn't make sense. No. But for both things, the journey is not just a means to go somewhere. The journey is the whole point.
I mean, I think it goes back to our first ever intro that we created when we first bought the Chateau, and that said we are learning new skills and growing new muscles that we didn't even know we had or needed.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the same with the boat. We can always keep learning. There's never an age where we're too old, and I think as you keep learning new skills, pushing yourself, you grow as people. And it doesn't mean that it's all smooth sailing. It's definitely ups and downs, and we've had a few of our fair share of problems with the boat. This is again boat yoga. Boat yoga. Can you see me?
I think I might need more tissue.
No.
Why?
For the oil change.
Ow!
Ouch.
Ouch.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm happy. You've done well. First time.
But I definitely think it puts everything into perspective. You know, we have to earn those amazing moments. That's the thing, is you have these incredible experiences that you could never have by just taking a plane and being a tourist.
I think with the Chateau and with the boat, we learned that it's not about making things easy, but making them meaningful.
Yeah.
And that happens when you step out your comfort zone. I feel so manly today, having done an oil change. It's the first oil change I did in my life, I must say. Most men have done it before they turn beep, but I did it a bit later, but I did it well. Yes, my birthday was some time ago, but in my office is a massive box which makes me extremely excited. Inside this box is the H2S, a 3D printer from Bamboo Lab, which also happens to be this week's ad. I do have another Bamboo Lab printer, the P1S, and don't get me wrong, I'm super happy with this. However, I have two particularly difficult projects, and I reached out to Bamboo Lab and they sent me this machine because they said that would be the ideal machine to do exactly what I want to do. The H2S has one of the largest build volumes in the Bamboo range, which makes it great for bigger projects. And its enclosed design also makes it much better for materials like ASA or ASA, because it helps to reduce warping and improve the final print quality. And because it's compatible with the AMS2 Pro, you can work with multiple colors and manage your filament much more smoothly. It has a quick swap single nozzle system, which makes maintenance and nozzle changes easy while keeping the whole setup simple. I just purchased a new bike computer for my road bike. My bike has weird handlebars in a strange shape, so I couldn't find a mount that would attach to my handlebars and fit this computer. I went to MakerWorld, which is a Bamboo Lab homepage with a lot of free models to download to print. And obviously somebody was there who had the same computer, same handlebar and same problem, and he went through the process of designing a mount for himself and then put it there for free to download, and that's what I did. For this project I'm going to use a filament called ASA or ASA, which is ideal if you need something that is very strong but also UV resistant. But there's one inconvenience with this great filament, and that's it's hard to print. If you print it in a simple printer without enclosure, it will print a couple of layers, but then they start to warp, and then you end up with a sort of a spaghetti monster instead of your object. These type of printers with an enclosure, they have a system that manages the air inside, the temperature, the airflow, and they do everything to prevent this warping. And here we go. Look how pretty that is. And now let me show you the result on the bike. It's fabulous. Ta-da! Look at this. I screwed it on. It's lightweight, it's flat. And now, look at that, look at that, look at that. It clicks in. It's perfect and stable. How cool is that? I just made a piece that you couldn't buy, but somebody else was so kind to design and share the design on MakerWorld. My second project is even more complicated than the first one, because I'm gonna make a VHF mount, so for my radio, on the boat. That means it's a part that's gonna be outside in the salt, in the sun. And again, the filament of my choice is ASA, and this printer will do a great job with it. I came up with the idea to build something from scratch. I use a software called Fusion 360, and honestly, it's easier than you might think. It took me only a couple of hours to learn how to create basic shapes, and each time you use it, you will get a little bit better. You then slice it, which means that the software decides how to print it, and then you send it to the printer, and it does the rest. Now imagine all the things you could make if you would have a 3D printer from Bamboo Lab. The bits that are too big, too small, or you can't find them, or they are simply too expensive, you just print them. It doesn't need to be one of these big printers. There is so many different printers. Check out the Bamboo Lab homepage. And also it's the perfect time to buy one, because there's the Bamboo Lab 4th anniversary offers online right now. So head over to Bamboo Lab, choose your printer, start printing and have fun. But now we are definitely going into pro territory, because I am mounting my 3D printed VHF mount. I mean, honestly, it's cool, isn't it, Anna? Oh. It's cool, no, to be able to make this.
It's very cool.
So husbands out there, if you want to impress your wife, just get a 3D printer. Even the most unimpressible wife like mine, she's impressed with me. And now this slides in here.
Fancy.
Fancy, but now, will it fit? Will it fit? And that is a big question, because it needs to go here. Ta-da! Oh, look at that, look at that.
Wow.
Wow, look at that precision.
That is some precision.
I mean, look at that. Sorry, guys. This is a 10 out of 10. That is very cool. And now, will this fit, the back part? You see here, if you look here, see there's a little hole. I made a little hole.
Oh.
Look at that.
Wow.
And now tell me if it's not genius. And this, and now I just need to drill a hole and that goes in here. And it's perfect.
Wow.
Oh, I'm very happy.
Okay, so how's it working, Philip?
I'm going to show you. Sailing vessel Condit to Saint-Tropez Harbour. Can I have a berth, please? The best one you have, next to Jeff Bezos and Berlusconi. He's not very alive anymore, but anyways, that's how it works.
I am now going to attempt to clean up the engine. Philip just made a joke because I'm never not far from the paintbrush.
Anna at boat work, and what is she doing? Painting.
Painting.
That's what she loves.
That's my job.
Something funny happened this week when we were at the boat. And I think that was that we found ourselves in a similar position to how we were as a couple 7 years ago. And that was doing DIY together and being completely out of our comfort zone, having zero idea what we were actually doing, but having a lot of fun doing it, right?
Well, I wouldn't say zero ideas, but nobody was an expert. We was just trying to figure things out, right?
Yes.
And we work together because as a Chateau for now, everybody has the speciality. You're really good at some things, I'm semi-good at other things. And when we do our things in our corner, and then in the evening we meet and we look and we enjoy it together. But here we really work together.
We've definitely got our own roles in the Chateau, and we've, over the years of renovating together, we've kind of figured that out. But I know somebody commented a little while ago, oh, we really miss it when you guys work together. And we thought about it and we said, yeah, it's true. We used to have a lot of fun when we did projects together, but that's just how things worked out.
Well, to be fair, you still ended up painting the engine. Which you did a perfect job because it was rusty and so on.
But there's something definitely good as a couple to do these things together. I mean, it's almost like our way of like having a date night, because we don't do date nights, do we? But I think when you're a couple that renovates together, works together, you have a lot of things in common, but you do them together, it definitely makes you a really solid couple.
Anna, you have done an amazing job.
So that's another job done. I think the engine we can basically tick off, right?
Engine tick off.
High five?
High five, Anna, well done.
But the main thing is that the boat has given us that really amazing opportunity to travel together as a family and to enjoy that really precious time before the girls get too old and don't want to travel with us anymore. But hopefully, maybe they will, because maybe we make it so fun that they're always going to want to travel with us. I think that's what we hope anyway. I hope it's teaching our girls some core life skills, for example, becoming resilient or adaptable, like seeing last year that we were disappointed. We had hoped to do certain things and it wasn't possible, and we just said, okay, that's all right, it wasn't meant to be. And I think these are skills that hopefully we're transmitting to our daughters and that are hopefully skills for life.
And courage. And sailing there's a real risk involved in sailing, and it makes you focused, and there's a focus that you don't have in normal life. Every moment is important and meaningful, and you share that with the kids.
And I think as they're getting older, we're able to involve them more and more in helping with the boat. So they feel part of the journey and part of helping sail the boat. And I think that's the enjoyable part, now that they're getting to that age where they can really get involved.
All right, Philip,
Okay, the most exciting boat work.
the last job.
We had a very old and broken solar panel here, and despite the fact that we have already these amazing Flynn panels, we also get a brand new solar panel for here from Flynn, our friends. It's not an advertisement, it's just we really love their solar panels, and in our opinion they make the best solar panels for boats. Look at this beautiful panel.
Wow.
And the good thing is it also covers all the ugly holes because it's made to measure. Flynn, you can call them and they make your panel made to measure for your boat. The cool thing is normally in the old type of solar panels you always had something sticking out. These cables, they are made to stick out underneath. So you make a small hole underneath. It's nicer than a big hole on top because you don't see it.
No?
Yeah.
I mean, we could measure it, but...
That's so 2025 measuring. I think that's perfect.
Yeah, so always feel a bit wrong.
To drill in a boat.
Yeah, make holes in a nice boat.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, this is fantastic. This is very clever. Just look good. Ah, look at that. Look at this. You wouldn't even understand. So you come here and say, how is this possible? There's a solar panel and there's no cable sticking out. There must be a problem. No, it's just a very modern and nice solar panel.
Good job.
Oh my goodness. I think maybe I need your help here.
Ah! We have a little bit of an explosion.
I think that's all right. So now you need to see if it's straight.
I feel like it's...
It is fine.
Yeah. Okay. So now what do you need to do? Screw? Or we have to do the get the wires from...
Now we get the screws in.
No, but first, how are you going to get the wires? That's what I don't understand.
The wire?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to do it before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, joking.
Yay!
I leave it down. Yay!
Woohoo!
Well, we need to now go. I need to plug it into the solar controller.
It looks so good.
It does make it look cleaner because there was all these ugly holes.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's find out if it works. And to find out, I have here the two cables coming in, and I have this tester. And if the solar works, it should give us a voltage.
24.
Fantastico! It works.
Woo!
Whee! Success!
High five!
High five! Another job done. In a few weeks' time, we are starting our summer season 2026.
Yes.
And it starts with me taking the boat with a couple of friends down to South Brittany from Cherbourg. Should take us about a week. The family joins in South Brittany.
In van, yeah, we're going to meet you there.
Yeah. And then we have a month to sail around this beautiful area, and we are full circle because that's also the place where we were on the boat for the first time as a family, Southern Brittany. And now we're back there, but with our own boat.
Yeah, so it's going to be really fun. We might even meet up with the other couple that we sailed with 4 years ago.
And then
that
we
would be
can
fun.
blame them for us now having our own boat.
Yeah, so no, it's going to be a really exciting summer, and as ever, we will take you along with us and share the whole adventure, all the ups and downs, and share that beautiful part of France with you because, yeah, we think it's a really special place and we love it.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for
See you
watching.
next week at the Chateau.
See you.
Bye bye.